кого было бы больше всего шансов на победу?
Ну, я думаю, если честно, если Арман выйдет с правильным настроем, то он справится.
Of course, I deserve it. I'm #1 contender, and they gotta give me this fight because I'm the next UFC champion. It's my belt.
The UFC lightweight division is buzzing again, and this time the headlines involve Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev. As Islam readies for his battle against JDM, he made a shocking revelation at a press conference. In Islam's own words, the most thrilling and significant battle Ilia currently has is not with him, but Arman Tsarukyan.
Вот на твой взгляд, сейчас самый справедливый бой за чемпионство в легком весе между Ильей Топурией и Арманом Царукяном?
Ну да, конечно. Если кто-то когда-то, не знаю, в истории страховал бой, делал вес, он всегда дрался почти. Ну, я не помню в истории, чтобы не давали бой. Арман сделал последний турнир вес, подстраховал бой. И я думаю, он должен быть следующий. Он доказал, что у него же была проблема с весогонкой. Он доказал, что может спускаться, гонять вес. И я думаю, что это самый актуальный бой на данный момент.
Charles Oliveira, a man who has fought both Islam and Arman, was quick to offer his endorsement of Tsarukyan. In Oliveira's opinion, no one in the world deserves a title challenge against Ilia more than Arman. Coming from an ex-champion, those are heavy words, and the crowd caught wind of them right away. Oliveira pointed to Arman's hunger and evolution since their bout all those years ago, stating emphatically that in his opinion, Arman is the most worthy lightweight contender today. Even UFC middleweight champion Khamzat chucked his voice into the mix, supporting the notion of Ilia Topuria facing Arman Tsarukyan. For Khamzat, the bout makes complete sense, not just because of the skill on offer, but due to the weight class.
Your camp is tight-knit, your energy is tight-knit. The way you give energy to the people around you, very respectful here at the Jackson Media House. We know you're kind of friends with Ilia too, and you know, you're friends with Arman. Do you see them fighting this year?
I hope so. It's good fight for the both guys. So fighting is, as me, it's like we need to know who is the best fighter in the world. So the both guys is best fighters. So I will be happy to watch that fight. Yeah, it's a crazy fight. Arman is good moves. Like he has a good kick, good wrestling, and the other guy has a good jiu-jitsu, a good puncher. You know, so it will be cool.
Several other fighters have also gotten into the discussion, such as Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo. Both past champions conceded that Arman is worthy of this opportunity not only due to his skill level, but also due to the manner in which he's been marketing himself. Arman has created controversy on the internet, interacted with competition, and entertained fans outside the fighting cage.
Arman Tsarukyan is able to go in there and get the job done, but then guess what, Arman? You have made yourself a star already by some of these antics to build this fight up. And Ilia Topuria, as we know, is already a star. So he's going to continue to just be a bigger star if he's able to stop all these guys that are trolling.
Everybody and their damn mama, they want to see that fight. They don't want to see a fight with Paddy the Baddy, man. He's saying that he'll never give Arman a chance, you know, for the belt. Like, he'll rather relinquish that. The UFC 1 does not want to hear that, man. Once you start thinking you're bigger than the UFC, you start to become public enemy #1.
During the press conference, Islam Makhachev further made headlines again by saying he believes Arman can actually beat Ilia Topuria if that fight is made. Coming from Islam, who rarely hypes up other fighters, this statement stood out. He confidently stated that Tsarukyan has all the tools needed to dethrone Ilia.
У кого было бы больше всего шансов на победу?
Ну, я думаю, если честно, если Арман выйдет с правильным настроем, то он справится.
Khabib Nurmagomedov also got involved in the debate, calling for Arman Tsarukyan to defeat Ilia Topuria. In Khabib's opinion, Ilia just doesn't possess whatever it is that he needs to defeat a well-rounded fighter like Arman.
Я не вижу шансов у Топури.
То есть ты считаешь, что Арман нападает, да?
Тоже не дает. Арман слишком дистанционно дерется. С ударниками держит дистанцию хорошо, ногами лучше работает. И сейчас уже Арман слишком хорошо, у него есть материал, который он может посмотреть и хорошо изучить. Если 3 боя назад, если он с ним дрался, может, он не так опасался. Но сейчас уже видно то, чего можно опасаться от от Topuria.
This wasn't a new change of heart either. Khabib has always thought Arman was one of the hardest tests in the division, even harder than Ilia himself. Everyone knew instantly that Khabib's support gave Arman's increasing title shot claim even more credibility.
Как ты считаешь, кто опаснее сейчас для Ислама Махачева, Арман Tsarukyan или Илья Topuria?
Мое личное мнение, не то чтобы там опасен, скажем так, более конкурентный. Я думаю, что Tsarukyan. Я думаю, Арман посерьезнее боец, чем Topuria. Topuria хороший боец в 66, а в 70 мы его не видели. Я считаю, что Арман более конкурентоспособный для ислама, чем Topuria.
Khabib laid out his reasoning at length. He explained that Ilia Topuria's fight record has been packed predominantly with strikers, and he has yet to face a top-level grappler or relentless wrestler such as Arman Tsarukyan. In the view of Khabib, this creates a ginormous gap in Ilia's game plan. Once the pressure of wrestling and ground control is on the table, he opined that Ilia will implode.
Его борьба, его прессинг, его говорить, это тоже надо учитывать. Он выше, почти на 10 сантиметров, если не ошибаюсь. И он больше него весом, и в день боя он будет больше, и, конечно, борьба, она всегда рулила. Особенно, когда такие бои бывают. Мы все знаем, какая борьба у Холлоуэя и какая борьба у последнего Чарльза Оливера. Их его практически нет. Они ударники. Они пошли на рожон и хапнули свое. А человек, который взял ногу, поборолся, взял корпус, поборолся. С такими он не дрался, он дрался со всеми ударниками.
Arman Tsarukyan himself is full of confidence for the same reason. He repeated what Khabib said, asserting that Ilia has no experience in dealing with top-class wrestlers. In Arman's opinion, this will be his greatest asset, and he's certain that once the bout reaches the ground, it will be entirely one-sided. The fans have commented on his confidence and how much better he's become since his very first fight against Islam Makhachev, where he earned credibility.
У него не было борцов хороших, но я знаю, что такие борцы могут его перевести и держать легко на стиле.
Arman also did a recent interview at the Jackson Center where he presented his case in person. He contended that he's the most deserving of fighters for the title opportunity, not just due to his abilities, but due to his capability of taking the division into the future. He labeled himself a fighter who's getting better by the day, ever so thirsty for competition, and willing to fight the top.
Of course, I deserve it. I'm #1 contender, and they gotta give me this fight because I'm the next UFC champion. It's my belt.
Another aspect fueling Arman's confidence is his evaluation of Ilia's style. In Arman's opinion, Ilia's over-reliance on boxing makes his style too one-dimensional. He thinks his own development, particularly at Jackson, provides him with more tools in the cage. Arman believes he can unleash Ilia's one-dimensional style.
But one special thing, it's a boxing. That's all. It's not boxing, it's MMA. And even the striking, I'm better than him for sure, because my kicks, my elbows, my knees work always, and he does just good boxing. And they can wrestle as well. So I just can't wait, to show everybody like what's my level, because I've been improving myself every day and working hard, and I haven't fought a long time, and I just can't wait to show everybody what's my level right now.
Curiously, Arman even mentioned that this bout could do Ilia Topuria some good too. He admitted that a victory over him, a dangerous opponent, would hugely put Ilia in the limelight. More importantly, it would get Ilia exactly where he's always wanted, facing Islam Makhachev. This battle for Arman is not about himself, but about advancing the division. It reflects his consciousness of the larger scheme of things and his realization of what the UFC does in making stars.
If he beat me, he's gonna be on the same level as Islam. He gotta beat like someone like me, who can wrestle. He just had easy fights on his career, He beat legit fighters, but not on their prime. If he met Volkanovski 4 years ago, Volkanovski just eat him.
Islam himself has expressed his interest in a potential bout with Ilia Topuria. Although he didn't make it seem like an imperative, Islam said that if Ilia were to defeat Arman, that bout would be possible. Fans interpreted that as a sly hint that the UFC is already looking into this kind of match. Islam versus Ilia is a thrilling idea, but currently, the question is if Ilia can make it past the tempest that Arman Tsarukyan would unleash. However, the one thing that truly caught fans' attention was Arman's post-fight plans if he wins. In his view, he would like to remain the champion as much as possible, something that would be a welcome sight for fans. They have grown tired of champions who collect belts but don't defend them often, and hearing Arman vow to remain active has generated immense enthusiasm.
You go get this belt from Ilia, you go get the fight from Ilia, what happens next?
I'm gonna defend as much as possible. I wanna be the greatest fighter in the world, because I know how I work, how I dedicate for this sport, and I know I gotta be the best in this sport, because I love it so much, and I give myself to this sport, and it's gotta pay off.
You get the belt, you beat Ilia, you move up, you fight Islam. We get the fight.
I'll be waiting for him in the 155 division.
Sadly, hopes of the fans were dashed when Chael Sonnen announced that Ilia Topuria would possibly not fight at all this year. In Chael's own words, Ilia has no intention of defending his belt in a while, leaving the fans frustrated and disappointed. This news has raised doubts about whether the fight with Arman Tsarukyan will materialize at all.
Ilia apparently has said that he's not going to fight until next year. Now, next year might feel kind of soon, but he hasn't fought in enough time. Is it 5 weeks, 6 weeks? I'm somewhere right in there.
Chael Sonnen did not sugarcoat his words when commenting on Ilia's inactivity. He went so far as to label it borderline cowardice, stating that UFC champions should never shy away from defending their titles. For Sonnen, this is unacceptable and damages the division. His frustration mirrored that of the fans, who desire action and answers, not delay. Whether you side with Chael or not, his criticism has put the pressure back on Ilia to fight soon or suffer severe backlash.
So he hasn't fought in this month or in the calendar year of last month. And we're going to run out the clock and then fight sometime next year. And what are you telling us? Because the rankings say you're number 1 in the world in front of everybody, any weight class, pound for pound. The category of 155 has you sitting on top. But you're telling us that you can't do it until next year. Shouldn't I interpret that to say as you can't beat the guys in your own opinion? I mean, should I interpret it some other way?
One thing is certain, fighters, analysts, and legends alike are watching closely, and the UFC can't ignore the call much longer. Keep it locked for more, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the new fight breakdowns and news.